Hey everybody. So I haven't posted in a while, and naturally I said I would only post when I have information to post. I'm not really just posting to post. So I'm not quite sure if I talked about my son and his breathing problem, but I did want to update on that. So, as you can hear, he has a breathing problem. Kind of sounds wheezy, and sometimes it sounds gaspy, and it's like a raspy breathing. So he did go to the doctor about that. It's unknown whether or not it's Down syndrome related, whether Down syndrome increases this or not, but his larynx is closing when he inhales, and it seems to be caused by reflux, which could be caused from his duodenal atresia, which is typical in Down syndrome. So everything leads from one thing to another thing. That's pretty much how that goes. So they prescribed acid reflux medicine, and apparently he's too young for the medicine. The pharmacy would not let me have it, saying he's too young for it. The doctors really don't know what else to give him, but I guess we're going to figure all that out and stuff. Other than that, he's almost 6 months old. He's doing just fine, reaching milestones on time, and he's just doing really good. There's nothing I am concerned about other than his breathing, which we already got figured out. I'm just hoping that we can figure out how to stop the breathing. They said by the time he's a year old that it should clear up on its own, so that's good news. As far as any Down syndrome related information, I don't have anything new to update you all with, and I guess that's a good thing, because that means that my son is healthy and he's doing good and everything's looking great and everything is fine. Our babies are absolutely worth being born. Down syndrome can sound like the most horrible thing that you can get, when you're told that diagnosis, it seems like the worst news you could get, but it's not. I mean, the worst news you could get is that the heart's not being found. The heartbeat is gone. There's no heartbeat. That's the worst news you can receive. But receiving a chromosome I wouldn't call it a mess up, but a chromosome abnormality diagnosis, it always really, it does sting. But I've got to tell you, I'm so grateful for my son. He's brightened up my world. I can tell you, everything's going to be okay. Your baby is going to brighten up your world. So if you've received this diagnosis, I got to tell you, your baby is going to be awesome. Like, he's just brightened up my world. And he's, we tend to think that they're going to be very unhealthy, that they're going to be very low IQ'd, and we think that they're just not going to do stuff on time or ever, or, we tend to think very negative because that's what is always put out there, is the negative. And it's not negative. And I never thought of Down syndrome as something negative or anything like that. But what I was educated with on it way before having my son was all negative. But I never really knew anybody with Down syndrome, and I never really knew anything about Down syndrome, so I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to appropriately talk about Down syndrome, because sometimes you go with terms of speaking from what you've heard or learned. Like, for instance, sometimes you'll hear a Down syndrome child when it's really a child with Down syndrome. You want to put child first, not what they have first. So, you know, we got to continue to educate ourselves. But that's really all the information I can really say on Down syndrome right now is just get more education on it. There's nothing more I've got going on. Again, his breathing is caused from his larynx closing, which is caused from reflux, which may be caused from his duodenal atresia, which is caused from, well, typically caused from Down syndrome. But he did have duodenal atresia surgery, so his stomach's not actually blocked anymore, but I don't know. I'm just trying to stay updated with y'all on this journey. Jasper has an Instagram. Obviously, it's my Instagram, but it's strictly based on him and Down syndrome and his journey. So if you want to follow him, if you have an Instagram, his Instagram is Jubilant Journey with Jasper. That's the word jubilant, Jubilant _ journey. I'm trying to spell it out and think of the name at the same time. JOURNEY. I'm an excellent speller, but my brain's not working right now. _